What are some things you can do on a psychological level to actually command respect from girls, but actually do it right away? Number one, when you're talking to a girl, you must be looking her direct in the eyes. You want to have very powerful and consistent eye contact. And remember, it's not enough to just be looking at her in the eyes when you're listening to her speak. You got to do the thing that's really hard, is talking to her while looking at her in the eyes. A lot of guys will kind of look all over when they're talking to a woman, and that's out of a sign of nervousness or just not feeling comfortable when you're talking to somebody. So make sure you're locking in that eye contact, because that's going to make her actually respect you, because she's going to see how comfortable you are when you're chatting with her. Also, this is kind of like number one sub part B, okay? Which is you're going to make sure that when you approach a woman, you're also going to eventually be head on with them, right? So imagine you're out and about, you're walking around, maybe it's during the day, maybe it's in a bar or a club or something, and you want to go up and talk to a woman, and you start talking to her. Don't be talking to her from the side. Make sure that when you go and approach her, you are facing her so you can be able to give that really good eye contact. If you're too much off to the side, you're basically saying to her like, hey, I'm not super comfortable in this conversation. I'm not trying to have a conversation with you. I'm being very casual about it all, but no, I want you to be very deliberate. Like, hey, I'm talking to you. I'm going to face you. I'm going to look you in the eye. We actually teach you how to do this and teach you how to go out and approach women in our Trip Advice Accelerator coaching program, where we hold you accountable to go out, talk to women. We teach you how to do it so you can actually get numbers from cold approaching and in-person approaches and get them into dates. Go to the link below in the description, tripadvicecoaching.com, to learn more. Next, don't ever chase a woman down when she flakes on you. So if a woman flakes on you and she says, oh, I can't do Friday anymore, something came up, you're just going to text her back and say, okay, sounds good. She is going to be the one to try and reschedule with you, rather than you being, oh, okay, well, when works best, or when can you do it, or are you able to do it another time? No, ball's in her court. And guess what? If she flakes on you and she doesn't reciprocate and try to set up another date, bye-bye. We're not interested in her anymore. We want to spend our time around people who won't flake and have a high level of interest. And women will respect a man more who's not trying to chase them around to finally get a date. Next, I know this sounds a little gamey. You might even know this already. Don't be by your phone 24/7, and then the second that she text messages you, boom, you're texting her back right away, okay? Even if you have to gamify this a little bit, and the fact that you are by your phone, you did see the text message, wait at least 10 to 20 minutes before you text her back. You know, I don't want you to be sitting there texting her all day anyway, so you shouldn't be in this long text message conversation. It should really only be to figure out logistics for when you guys are going to finally meet up and be in person, which means that you can be away from the phone a little bit and not be so responsive to her. And she's going to respect that, because she's going to see, oh, this guy's not super needy. He's not on his phone all day. He's busy. He's doing things. I like that. Next, when you're with a woman, whether you cold approach her, whether you're on a date, don't be so fast to agree with her. We tend to do this as people. When we're making new friends, when we're meeting girls for the first time, we want to try to connect with them and be on the same page and be on the same level as them. So we agree with them a lot, and we say, oh, I like that too. And yeah, for sure, I agree with that. Wow, we see the world in the same way. Obviously, some of that stuff is important, but if you're trying to do that too much, in fact, if you're going as far to even agree with her on something that you disagree with, or say that you like something more than you do just because she said that she likes country music and sushi, or whatever it is that she likes to do, she is going to see right through that. She's actually going to respect you more when you have your own opinion, when you are your own person. So it's okay to disagree. It's okay to tell her, oh man, you like sushi, oh, that stuff's the worst, right? And say it playfully. It's okay to not be on the same level on every single thing. Obviously, if you guys really are on different pages on everything, it's probably not a match, and that's okay too. But I don't want you to play into this idea that everything needs to be identical for her to like me. No, she will respect you more if it's not. Next, back to this idea of texting, because I know that's how we're all communicating these days. Have a few days that go by where you guys are not texting each other. Maybe it's 2 days, maybe it's 3 days. As long as you guys have a date set up, as long as you know you're seeing her on Friday, and maybe you set up the date on Tuesday, All right, so you set up the date on Tuesday. Wednesday goes by, you don't have to text her. Thursday goes by, you don't have to text her. Friday morning, you text her to confirm the date, and boom, you see her. She's actually going to be wondering, I wonder where this guy is. I wonder what's going on. I wonder, how busy this guy is. For some women, if you go too long of a stretch, then she's going to think you're not interested. That's a whole different story. That's an exceptional case. But normally we set dates within, 2 to 7 days. If it happens to be longer than that, then maybe you guys can do a FaceTime date. Maybe you do send her a picture of something cool you're doing. But it's okay to leave some days in between seeing each other that you're not connecting. Good. You should be connecting with other women that you're dating. You should be busy. And again, women are going to respect that you're not there to text with her all day long. Next, she's going to respect you when you lead her, when you lead the interaction, when you tell her when the date is, where the date is, when you're the one who's going for the kiss, when you're the one who's inviting her back to your place, when you're the one who's setting up other dates, when you're the one who's paying for the bill on the first couple of dates. Women respect a guy who's leading because they want to follow. They want the man to lead the relationship. They want a guy who's a leader because that is one of the most important masculine traits. A man who knows how to lead and take control. So if you're doing that throughout the courtship process, she's going to like it, she's going to become attracted to it, and she's going to respect you for it. And it's something that's so easy to do. Next, this one's a little bit more challenging because she might not see this, but sometimes she might. Either way, I think this is more about the vibe that you put off, which is this. Don't reschedule any plans to see her, okay? If she wants to hang out with you and the only day she can hang out on with you is Thursday, but Thursday you got a fun hangout with the boys, you guys are doing something, don't say no to that, okay? I know, if you watch the movie Good Will Hunting, which is a movie, by the way, it's not real life, and the psychologist in the movie tells this story that he missed Game 7 World Series Red Sox to go out and see about a girl, meaning he missed Game 7, and he was a big fan of baseball, to just go and talk to a girl that he didn't even know. Oh, that sounds all lovely and nice in a movie, but that is actually very simp behavior, okay? So I don't want you to reschedule plans, change plans, move plans around for her. If you guys can't hang out on a certain time because it's not working on that date, find a new date, okay? I don't want you to change who you are just for her, because at the end of the day, you don't even know where this is going to go. This is a woman who's completely new in your life. You don't know if it's going to go the distance, and now you're already rescheduling people just to be with her. Don't do that. On top of this, we want to make her chase you, and I have 3 flirty lines that can help actually make her chase you. Watch the video on the screen where you can learn those lines, and if you need more help, we do have a free call that you can book with us over at tripadvicecoaching.com.